Welcome to OJ Studios. I hope you enjoy Punishment by Olivia Julius. Chapter 10. Brittany. I did not see her, or her mother come in. Only when I heard a high-pitched cannonball, followed by a huge splash, did I realize that my family was no longer the only ones in the pool area. I shrank down into the water, only letting my head be above the surface, trying to hide the dark blue straps of the swimsuit. My thoughts started to flood as I thought about if I truly looked like a girl or not. But fear itself made me want to run up to my room and hide. The only thing that kept me in that pool was the fact that if I started to take off, that would put more unwanted attention on me. The girl surfaced and looked around as I sunk deeper into the water, not wanting to be seen. The girl looked around for a second till she spotted me and started to head over to my direction. I could not move as I thought about what to do next. Breath, I told myself as I took a deep breath. The girl swam up to me with a huge grin on her face. The girl looked to be my age, she had long red hair and freckles dotted her face. "Hi," she said with the biggest grin I had ever seen. "I'm Brittany, what's your name?" she asked. I paused for a second before stuttering out a feint. "Amanda," I whispered, glad that I did not tell her that my name was really Adam. "Cool. Nice to meet you, Amanda," she said. "Do you like my bikini?" she asked, jumping halfway out of the water to show off her pink and purple bikini top. "This is my first bikini. Mom finally bought me one since tomorrow's my birthday." She stopped for a second and eyed me up and down. "Do you have a bikini yet?" I did not say anything for a second as I thought about the answer. Was wearing a bikini a rite of passage that I did not know about? Did I look like too much of a baby because I am wearing a one-piece? "No, not yet," I spoke. "I mean, technically this is my first one piece, but I did not say anything." "Oh, you should get one, it's the best," she said. I swear she was talking faster and faster at this point. "Anyways, tomorrow's my birthday party and Mom decided to get up this hotel room for tonight and have a sleepover tomorrow here at the hotel too. Isn't that cool?" I just nodded my head, trying to understand what all she was saying. "So, you want to race?" she asked, taking off swimming as fast as she could. I figured now I was in the clear. If Brittany could not tell that I was a boy, then I was safe. I looked back over to where Mom and Dad were now sitting with who looked like Brittany's mother. Both Mom and Dad looked over at me, waiting to see what I was going to do. I rolled my eyes and started to swim towards Brittany. "Ha, ha, I win!" Brittany yelled out as she got to the other end of the pool. She got out of the water and sat down on the side with her feet still in the water as she waited for me. "Want to race again?" she asked once I finally got to the edge. Without thinking, I got out of the water and sat on the edge of the pool just like Brittany had done. I was having so much fun that I forgot all about the fact that I was still wearing the swimsuit. "No, you're better than me," I admitted. "Then you want to go to the game room and play some foosball?" she asked, pointing towards a door that said arcade and flashing lights. "Sure," I said excitedly when Brittany said that. I loved playing foosball, but I did not know any girl was interested in playing it. "Great, let's go," Brittany said before getting up and heading over to her mom to grab her towel. I forgot about wearing the swimsuit up until I got to Mom, who was holding out the pink towel to me. I grabbed it and then looked down at what I was wearing. "You're doing great," Dad whispered. "Thanks," I muttered, taking the towel from Mom. "Here, take this," Mom whispered, digging in her bag and holding out a pair of white, blue shorts. I looked at her oddly and she just shrugged. "It makes you look more modest," Mom whispered. I took the pair of shorts and put it in, thankful that I had something to cover my legs with. I looked over to Brittany, who was in the process of putting on a purple dress with spaghetti straps. The dress did nothing to hide the halter top bikini strap, and it made me wonder why we couldn't just go to the arcade wearing our swimsuits for. I mean, if I were wearing my swim trunks, I would be allowed to just go in there without a shirt. But I did not have much time to wonder, because as soon as Brittany put on the dress, she waved me to come with her as she ran to the arcade. "So," Mom said, handing me a little bag full of quarters. "Have fun with your new friend." I took off and ran to the arcade. Once in the arcade, I looked around in the faint light to find Brittany and found her by a small vending machine getting a small white ball from it. "Got the ball," she said, holding it up for me to see. "Great," I said, getting on one side of the table as she got on the other side. After an hour of playing, the hotel staff came down saying that they had to close the pool for the night. Both Brittany and I begged for them to let us have another game, but we were told that they really had to get the arcade closed for the night. We left the arcade in the pool area and headed back to the room. On the way I wrapped the towel around me like I was shown, and I walked back with my parents. On the way back I smiled a little knowing that somehow, I enjoyed myself in the pool even though I was also forced to dress like a girl while doing it. As I was walking, Brittany came up next to me and held onto my right hand as we walked. I looked at her and smiled, glad that I found a new friend. "Maybe we'll see each other tomorrow morning before breakfast," Brittany said, squeezing my hand even more. "Maybe," I said before Brittany and her mother stopped at their room. "Bye Amanda, have fun on your vacation," Brittany yelled out before going into her room. I turned around, walking backwards while waving to her. Once Mom, Dad, and I were alone again, I looked at both as they smiled to each other. I watched them until we got into the elevator to go to the third floor. "What?" I asked, looking up at my parents. "You?" Dad said with a little chuckle. "Me?" I asked questionably. "What did I do?" "Over an hour ago you didn't want to go swimming in a girl swimsuit and now I bet that you haven't even noticed that you're wearing it," Mom said. I looked down at the suit and looked back up. She was right. When I was playing with Brittany, I forgot what I was wearing and just had fun. It wasn't until we had to leave that I remembered what I had to wear. "It's not too bad now," I whispered. Mom smiled a little and waited for the elevator to reach our floor. "Well, I'm glad you had a good time, Amanda," Mom said once the elevator doors opened. "Maybe you'll see Brittany again at breakfast tomorrow." We got into our room, and I started feeling sleepy. Without a fuss I took the frozen nightgown that I had worn last night and slid it on before going to my bed and falling fast asleep.